start on our back. Don't start the playlist just yet, but have it close by. Just laying on back, taking up space on your mat. Maybe placing a hand on the heart and one on the belly. Focusing in on the breath, on the inhales and the exhales. Allowing the breath to move in through the nose, on the throat, the chest, into the belly. And as it reverses from the belly, chest, throat, and out through the nose. Keeping this breath going, knowing that you can always come back to at any point in time. Taking any rest or modifications as needed. Go ahead and set an intention for today's class. Maybe it's something you're specifically working on. Or maybe you just try to find the lightness of today's practice, the playfulness. And just embracing that sense of fun, that sense of lightness, that sense of trying new things, possibly even. And releasing your intention in whatever way feels most natural. Go ahead and start that playlist if you're on the playlist. And then letting the knees come to the chest, giving yourself a big hug, finding a little bit of movement side to side. Allowing the arms to open nice and wide, goal poster T. The knees falling to the right as the gaze falls to the left. Noticing the softening of the shoulders. Connecting with that breath, with those inhales and exhales. Knowing that there's still some tight spaces. The body's still pretty cold. Next breath, letting the gaze come back to center. Knees will come back to center. And let them fall on over towards the left as the gaze falls to the right. Again, softening those shoulders down towards the mat, bringing that breath to that side body. Trying to create some space, trying to create some ease in these twists. Allowing that gaze to come back to center. The knees will come back to center. Let's reach those legs up high. Flex those toes. Getting that stretch behind the legs. You might have a big bend in the knees, and that's okay. Just want you to breathe. Nice big inhales and exhales. That next breath, letting those shoulders lift, those hands reaching for the toes. Exhale, bringing those shoulders back down. Maybe those arms even extend behind you. Inhale, lift on up, reach for those toes. Exhale, come back down. Now you might bring the feet a little bit more towards the earth. So just a hair, like maybe 15 degrees or so. And then we're going to inhale those arms on up, reaching up towards the sky. Exhale, come back down. Move the feet a baby like another 15 degrees. Inhale, reach it up high. Exhale, come back down. Another 15 degrees. So now you're kind of like more at a 45 overall. Inhale, lift those shoulders up. Exhale, come on down. All right, bring those heels a little more closer. So you're hovering from the mat about maybe 15 degrees. Inhale, bring those shoulders up. And I want you to hold here for 5, for 4, for 3, and 2, 1. Go ahead and relax on down. That body is nice and long. Breathing into the core. Nice big inhales and exhales. Allowing the knees to come to the chest with that next breath. We're gonna roll onto that left side. So that whole body is rolling to that left side. You're on that left outer hip, that left forearm is down. So we're kind of here like Pretty Little Mermaids or whatever you want to imagine, right? We're fancy. Those heels are touching. They're nice and stacked. Those knees are nice and stacked. That right hand is right in front of you, keeping you nice and stable. Next breath, let's open up those knees. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. For 3, close. For 2, close. 1, close. We're gonna lift those heels, lift those knees. So you're floating here, really having that strength in that left arm still. Keep those knees together, getting that that right side body engaged. Breathe, open those legs, close, open, close. 3, close, 2, close, 1, close. All righty, let's extend those legs. You're still keeping them stacked upon each other. Maybe that right arm is reaching for those right toes. And as you exhale, bring those knees in towards the chest. Maybe you touch those toes. Extend those legs back out. Inhale, bring them in. Exhale them out. 3 more, inhale them in. Exhale them out. 2, out. Last 1. Breathe. Keep yourself nice and small for 3, for 2, for 1. Go ahead and roll onto your back, those knees on the chest. Nice big hug. We're rolling onto that right outer hip now. That right arm is keeping you nice and strong, nice and steady. Those ankles are stacked upon each other. Those knees are stacked upon each other. Left hand is right in front of you, creating that balance. Breathe. Let's open and close. Open and close. For 3, close. 2, close. 1, close. All right, lift up those heels, lift up those knees. So you're really balancing on that right outer hip now. Strengthen that right arm. Nice big inhales and exhales. Let's open and close. Open and close. For 3, for 2, last 1. Go ahead and extend those feet out nice and long. That left arm might reach for those toes. Breathe. Keep that heart lifted. Being a little playful here, right? We're like, all we need is like a margarita in hand or whatever drink you like. Or if drinks aren't your thing, maybe they're cookies. I like cookies. Go ahead and bend those knees. Bring them towards the chest. Maybe you touch those toes. Extend it out. Bring it in. Touch those toes. Extend it out. For 4, push. For 3, push. 2, push. 1, keep it nice and close. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and roll back down on your back. Hugging in those knees. Nice big hug. Start finding some movement along the spine, forward and back. You're making your way into your tabletop position. Taking the time needed here to find this tabletop, to ground with that earth underneath you. Nice big inhales and exhales. Spine is nice and long. Let's let that heart shine forward, tailbone go up. Push that ground away, curve the spine. Moving through your cat-cow flow. Inviting gentle movement side to side, forward and back. Maybe it no longer even looks like that cat-cow, but I want you to connect with the breath, warming up the spine, seeing what feels nice for your back today. All right, even yourself out. Coming back into that neutral tabletop. We're letting that right arm reach forward, left leg reach on back. Find that length. Nice big inhales and exhales here. Next breath, crunch it in. Extend it out. Crunch it in. Extend it out. Crunch. Extend. 2 more. Crunch. Extend. Last one. Open it on out. Breathe. Right hand is coming on down. You're going to roll on open. So those hips are reaching up towards the sky. That left leg is floating. So we're in this modified version of a side plank, except that left leg is floating. Maybe that left arm reaches up high. Nice big inhales and exhales. So we keep this leg lifted, that foot engaged, so we can engage that outer glute. Breathe. If you want a little bit more, maybe you let that left foot reach for the front, almost like you're kicking. You might even try touching those toes and extend out long. Touch the toes, extend out. 3, 2, 1. Nice and long. Pushing with that right hand, letting that left foot seal on down, lifting that torso up. Those arms are nice and long in our gate pose. Left arm is coming down as that right arm reaches up and over, allowing that space to be created now in that right side body. Reaching nice and long with those right fingertips. Next breath, that right hand comes on down. Left arm is windmilling on down. You're facing the front of the room once more. Left toes tuck under. Bring that right knee in to meet the belly. Extend that leg nice and long. Let's shift that weight forward. Maybe you bring the knees down. Maybe you stay up high. We're lowering down halfway in our low chaturanga. Inhale, exhale. Open up that heart. Bring that chest open, coming onto the tops of the feet. See if you can lift those legs off the mat as well. Getting that stretch in that front side of the body. As we exhale, let those hips go up towards the sky, downward facing dog. Breathe. Nice big inhales and exhales here. You might paddle out the feet. This might be your very first down dog. Allowing yourself to ease into this pose. Allowing the muscles to soften, becoming nice and light. All right, settle in. Let's exhale, roll forward into our high plank. Bring the knees on down. We're back in that tabletop. Adjust as needed in order to ground down with the earth. That spine is nice and long. Left arm is reaching forward. Right leg is reaching back. Breathe. Allowing the body to lengthen. Exhale, crunch in. Extend out. Crunch in. Extend out. For 3, open. 2, open. 1, open. Breathe. Left hand is coming on down. You're stacking those hips, rolling open. Right arm is reaching up high. Keep that right leg lifted. Flex that right foot for me. Nice big inhales and exhales. Right arm might reach forward or it can stay up. If you found those toe taps on the other side, go ahead and let those right toes reach the right side. Hand might touch the toes, extend out. Touch the toes, extend. For 3, open. For 2, open. 1, open. Breathe. Keep pushing that right foot towards the back of the room. Nice big inhales and exhales. Right hand is coming down towards the mat. Shift your weight forward. That right hip is pointing down. Right toes are tucking under. Pushing into those hands, lifting that left knee up towards the belly. Breathe. Nice big inhales and exhales. Extend that left leg on back. Maybe the toes stay down. Maybe it stays lifted. Maybe you bring the knees down. We're shifting that weight forward. Keep those arms hugged in, coming down halfway. Low chaturanga. Let's push back up. High chaturanga. Lower down once more, low chaturanga. Open up that heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Nice big inhales and exhales, connecting with that breath. Feeling that lightness, that strength in the body. So even though they almost seem like opposites, right? Lightness and strength, you don't usually associate the two. But they're both needed. And we're going to play with that today. So maybe you take a big bend in the knees, step, jump, hop, top of the mat. Coming up halfway, exhale on over. Inhale all the way up to standing, reach up high. Exhale those hands down to heart center. Inhale those arms back up, grab a hold of that left wrist, side bend to the right. Keeping the shoulders aligned with each other, finding that space on that left side body. Allowing that breath to move to those tight spaces. Inhales and exhales. Come back up to center, reach up high. Left hand is grabbing a hold of that right wrist, side bend to the left. Again, those shoulders are pretty stacked upon each other. You're creating that space in that right side body. Nice big inhales and exhales. Feel with each breath, you're able to expand a little bit more. Reach up high. Exhale, swan dive on down. Coming up halfway. Plant those hands, step, jump, hop it on back. Find your flow. We're meeting in our downward facing dog. Left foot stays grounded. Right leg is reaching up high. Bend that knee, stack those hips. Nice big inhales and exhales. Reach that right knee up a little higher. Keep those shoulders straight on for me. Reaching that right leg nice and high. Shifting those hips. Let that knee come to the nose. Extend it up towards the sky. Knee to nose. To the sky. Knee to nose. Stepping that foot in between those hands. Low runner's lunge. Left hand stays down. Right arm peels open. Breathe. Our next breath, we're letting that right hand come down in front of that right foot. Let's shift that weight forward into that right leg. Left leg becomes nice and light. Stack those hips, flexing that left foot just like what we were doing when we were grounded. That left arm reaching up high. Nice big inhales and exhales. We're gonna allow that left hand to come to that left hip. And I want you to let that left foot come on over towards the left side. So it's like you're kicking that side wall. Now bring that foot down, lift it up, down, lift, down, lift, bring it back to the back. Nice big inhales and exhales, you got this. Feeling that lightness in the body, the opening of the heart. Exhale that left hand on down. Those left toes are coming on down. We're finding that twist once more, right arm reaching up high. Bring that left knee on down, untuck those toes, lift that torso, left hand reaching for the front, right towards the back. Right hand will come down onto that left leg, left arm paints the sky. Bending that left elbow so it can hook outside of that right knee, and then allowing that right hand to meet the left. So you're gonna prayer twist, keeping that left foot or that left knee grounded still. Breathe. Nice big inhales and exhales. See if you can stack those shoulders, allowing that right shoulder to reach up high towards the sky to deepen that stretch. Tuck the back toes under, lift that back leg. Nice big inhales and exhales. Keeping that strength in that right leg, just like what we did earlier. Left foot becomes nice and light. We're moving with strength and lightness as that left foot comes up next to that right foot in our twisted chair. Breathe. Bring that twist to center. That bum is nice and deep. Coming up onto the balls of the feet, lift up those heels. Start bringing that bum down deep into our toe stand. Nice big inhales and exhales. Allow that bum to come down onto the mat. Lift up those legs. Finding our boat pose. Nice big inhales and exhales. We're gonna bend that left knee in a whole lot. So those hands can stay forward. This is gonna make things a whole lot intense or a lot more intense. Or those hands can come down behind you. I like this way, it keeps me a little bit more stable. Right leg is gonna be extended as much as it can. See if you can bring it up a little higher towards the sky. Exhale, tap it down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, tap it down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, tap it down. 2 more, up, down, up. Good. Left foot is coming on down. We're shifting that weight forward in a low pistol squat. So those hands can stay down on the mat. I want you to lift that right leg, feeling that strength in that right leg. If you're able to lift those hands off the mat, go ahead and do so. Otherwise, keep them down. 3, 2, breathe. 1, come down onto the bum. Bring those legs back into that boat pose. Breathe. Nice big inhales and exhales here. Right leg stays tucked in. Left leg is nice and long. Reach it up towards the sky. If you need to adjust yourself, even if those forearms need to come down onto the mat, let them come down. That left leg is reaching up high. Bring it down to the mat. Lift it up. Tap it down. For 3, down. For 2, down. 1, hold it. Bring that right foot on down, shift that weight forward, find that pistol squat on this opposite side. Left leg is lifted, those hands can stay down, they can be up. See what you need, but that left leg is nice and strong. It's strong and light all at the same time. Breathe. For 3, for 2, ooh, for 1. Come back down onto the bum, find that boat once more. Breathe. Nice big inhales and exhales. Let's cross those ankles, bring that weight forward. Maybe you hop it back into a low chaturanga, or maybe you just let those hips go up towards the sky. Find that downward facing dog. Connecting with that breath with those inhales and those exhales. Allowing that breath to move through the body. Strengthen that right leg, left leg becomes nice and light. Lift it up towards the sky. Bend that knee, stack those hips. See if you can reach that left knee up a little higher. Keep those shoulders straight. Inhale. As you exhale, shift those hips back into your 3-legged dog. Let's let that knee touch the nose. Extend it up high. Knee to nose. Back up. Knee to nose. Let's step that foot in between those hands, low runner's lunge. Breathing into that right hip here. Right hand stays down, left arm peeling open. Breathe. Next breath, that left hand is coming in front of that left foot. We're bringing that weight forward into that strong left leg. Right toes become nice and light. As you stack those hips, right arm reaching up high. Keep that left foot flexed. Allowing the heart to shine. Right hand is coming onto that right hip. We're bringing that right foot on over towards the right side. So option of keeping it here or dropping it to the mat. Lift it up. Drop and lift. For 3, lift. For 2, lift. Last 1, lift it up, breathe. Pushing that leg on back. Nice big inhales and exhales. With that next breath, nice and controlled, bend that left knee. Right toes are coming on down, right hand is coming on down as that left arm reaches up high. Let's bring that right knee on down towards the mat, untuck the toes. Lift that torso on up, right hand reaching for the front, left towards the back. Left hand coming down onto that right leg, right hand painting the sky. And breathe. Let's hook that right arm outside of that left knee, bringing that left hand in to meet that right hand. Allowing that twist to happen. So those shoulders are trying to stack upon each other. That left shoulder is reaching up towards the sky. Nice and strong here. With that strength on that left leg, it's going to hold us stable. It's going to hold us strong. As you tuck the back toes under, lift that back leg. Nice big inhales and exhales. Let's step that right foot up towards the top of the mat, finding that twisted chair. Breathe. Nice big inhales and exhales. Let's come to center. Bring that bum down deep. Lift those heels, bring that bum down, toes stand. Nice big inhales and exhales. This time when we bring that bum towards the mat, we're gonna let the peace fingers interlace the big toes. Lift up those legs. Maybe they come forward, maybe not, maybe there's a bend in the knees, and then see if you can open up those legs. Finding a little playfulness here, playing with balance, stability, strength, and almost even feeling that lightness of the legs. Nice big inhales and exhales. Coming back the same way we came in. So coming to center, this part's the hardest. Maybe those legs extend up. Let the feet come on down. Come back up into that toe stand. Hands at heart center. Let's lift all the way up to standing. Stay on the balls of the feet. Exhale, letting those arms come next alongside the body. Let's just find that mountain pose just for a breath. Feeling the echoes in the body. Engaging that core, so hugging towards the center body, allowing that heart to lift up and that crown of the head to reach up high. Breathe. Feeling as the feet are grounded into the earth, nice and strong like roots of the tree. All right, next breath, inhale those arms on up. Exhale down into our chair. Hands up or at heart center, breathe. Nice big inhale. Now as you exhale, fold down over those legs. Come up halfway, plant those hands, step, jump, hop it on back. Find your flow. We're meeting in our downward facing dog. Right leg rises. Let's bring that knee to the nose. Lift it up. Knee to nose. And this time you're going to cross that right ankle above that left knee. So you're finding a little figure four here, allowing the hips to reach up high. So that might bring that left heel down towards the mat. Breathe. Nice big inhales and exhales. I want you to exhale, come forward into your high plank, keeping this figure four. Letting that left foot fall on over towards the right. That left arm might come on up. So we might be here having a cup of tea, right? It's almost like we're having a cup of tea. Or if you'd like, you can grab a hold of that big toe with the peace fingers of that left hand. Maybe extend that foot on out. Bring it forward. Be playful. Nice big inhales and exhales. Just seeing what happens. If you were playing, come back into our tea party. Left hand is coming on down. Those hips are coming on up. Keep that figure four. Nice big inhales and exhales. Let's walk those hands back towards the foot, that left foot. So you're folding on over the legs. You might have a bend in that left knee. Nice big inhales and exhales. Keep with that breath. So option of staying here, option of playing with your flying pigeon, or maybe you find a bit of a twist, lifting up those hands. That right tricep is trying to find that right foot. Let's see if it happens today. Nope, I don't think it's really happening today for me. But being playful, trying new shapes, maybe trying something that you aren't used to trying all the time. Being safe and cautious still, listening to the body, not pushing it too hard. And then let's find that stillness. Come back to center. I want you to grab a hold of your right big toe with the right peace fingers. Let's lift that torso on up. Maybe you just grab a hold of that foot. Maybe that leg extends on out. Woo. Releasing that foot. Having a bend in that knee. I want you to step that right foot forward. Bend in that right knee. Seal that left foot on down. Inhale those arms on up and over. Warrior one. Breathe. Exhale those hands on down, framing that foot. Turning the back toes onto the ball of that foot. Step that right foot back to meet the left. Maybe you keep it hovering as you move through your flow. We're meeting in our downward facing dog. Nice big inhales and exhales here. All right, left leg rises. Reach it up high. Knee to nose. Extend it up. Knee to nose. Crossing that ankle above that right knee. Letting the hips reach up for the sky as that right heel relaxes on back in this funky down dog. Shift that weight forward. High plank, but keeping that bind. Rolling that right foot on over towards the left side. Tea party. If you want to try something wild in your tea party, maybe you're feeling a little Mad Hatter-like, right? Being fun and playful. Seeing what happens. Playing with those shapes. All right, coming back into the shape. Bring that right hand back down. Lift those hips up towards the sky. Breathe. Let's walk those hands back towards that right foot. Maybe you find a bend in that right knee. Breathe. Option of different things to play with, right? So seeing what calls you today. Maybe you try to even out sides. Maybe sides don't want to be evened out, and that's okay. Feeling that lightfulness, that playfulness in the body. Allowing yourself to play, right? We're serious so much of the time, and usually it's needed, but we need time to play, time to be playful, time to explore, just like little kids. You need to find that joy. Once you're done playing, coming back to center, we're all grabbing a hold of that left big toe with the left piece fingers. Lift that torso on up, keeping that right leg engaged. Lift on up. So maybe you stay here with that left foot tucked in. Maybe you extend that left leg forward. See what happens. Releasing that big toe. Stepping that left foot forward, bending that left knee, seal that right foot down at an angle. Let those arms swoop down and up. Warrior one. Nice big inhales and exhales here. Feeling that strength in the body. Exhaling those hands on down, framing that foot, back foot revolves, step that left foot back to meet the right. Maybe you keep it hovering, go through your flow. Meeting in our downward facing dog. Nice big inhales and exhales. Connect with that breath. Just for a second, let's let those knees come on down. Those hips will go back. Find a child's pose, and maybe those knees open out nice and wide. Letting that belly, that torso rest in between those legs. And I want you to connect back with that breath. Back with those inhales and those exhales. Allowing that breath to fill the body. Inhaling in strength. Just 2 more breaths. Maybe that second breath, you really let that exhale happen, releasing everything out through the mouth with a ha. Making our way back into our downward facing dog. Take your time. Nice big inhales and exhales. Let's let that right leg rise on up. Bend that knee, stack those hips. If you're wanting to flip that dog on over, go ahead and let those toes touch down. Right arm reaching up high. If you flipped, come back around, back into your 3-legged dog. Reach that right leg up high. Exhaling that right foot in between those hands, low runner's lunge. Right hand is coming down in front of that right foot. Shift that weight forward, lift that left leg back into that half moon. As we exhale, we'll let that left hand come on down. Those hips are kind of shifting. So that left hip is kind of facing down towards the earth. Keep that left foot flexed. Let's let that right hand come to that right hip. Maybe you bend that left knee and grab a hold of that left foot with that right hand. Option of staying here. Option of engaging that right leg, finding a bend in it, lifting up that torso in your twisted dancer. So first you find that balance, that you become stable, nice and controlled. And then when ready, kicking that foot into the hand and having your little dance party. If you were dancing with me, go ahead and bend that knee back down, or bend that knee, bring it to the right leg. Left hand is coming on down. We're all releasing that left foot. Right hand is coming back down. Shift those hips back into that half moon just for a second. Bend that right knee. Left foot steals on down. Warrior two. Finding the adjustments needed. Keeping that bend in that right knee. Inhale those arms up overhead. Angle in those right toes. Left toes are facing the back of the room. Bend that left knee. Warrior two, facing the back of the room. Connect with that breath with those inhales and those exhales. I want you to let those arms come forward. So that right hand is on top of the left, right in front of the heart. And then open them out. And then we're switching that right hand underneath the left. Open it out. So we're finding different movements, right? Movements that aren't usual. It's almost like we're playing like the hokey pokey if you're a kid. Except we're going really slow in this hokey pokey. Breathe. Feeling as the shoulders are now becoming engaged. You might feel some warmth happening on the top of the shoulders. The next time you're open, you're gonna stay open. Left palm flips up towards the sky. Exhale that warrior. Reaching with those left fingers to create that space on that left side body. Feel as the body expands. As you bring more breath into that left side body. Next breath, side angle, left arm onto that left leg. Right arm is reaching up and over. So feeling that length from those right fingers all the way to the right toes. Nice big inhales and exhales. Left hand is going to come down onto the mat or a block or a pillow. Right arm might reach up high or forward, whatever feels best for the neck. We're just going to be here just for a few breaths. Straighten that left leg a little bit. You still have a micro bend. That left hand might come onto that left leg as you find your triangle. So we're kind of coming in backwards. Again, trying things a little differently. Changing our perception. Just being curious with the poses, with the shapes. Right hand is coming down inside of that left foot. Left hand is coming down inside of that left foot. Revolve the back toes. We're in a lizard, a dragon pose here. Nice and long, nice and strong. If that right knee needs to come down, let it come down. I want you to ideally be pushing that left arm into that left leg. If you want to play with a little something extra, that left arm might tuck underneath that left leg, come up onto those fingertips. Right arm might come out to the side, up on those fingertips. Very Spider-Man-esque. Maybe you lift up those hands. Maybe you find a bind. Knowing you can always back out at any point in time. 2 more breaths. Undoing whatever shape you did. Let's bring that right knee on down, untuck those toes. Coming out onto the outer part of that left foot. So that left knee is opening on out. Right hand is down. Left hand might come onto the inner part of that thigh. Just to gently rest. Nice big inhales and exhales here. All right. We're coming back forward, but listen up. That right hand is nice and strong. The right toes tuck under. Lift that right leg. That left foot is stepping to the side. Those toes are facing the long side of the mat. I want you to roll onto the outer part of that right foot. Okay? Let that left arm reach forward. And as you exhale, that right hip might push down as you reach back for those right toes. Getting a stretch right here on that right side body. Bring it back forward. It's like you're opening a curtain. Showtime. Hello. Come back forward. Now this time you're keeping that strength in that right arm. That left foot becomes nice and light. Step it back. Find that side plank. Breathe. Nice big inhales and exhales here. Exhale that left hand on down. Find your flow if you'd like. We're meeting in our downward facing dog. Connecting with that breath. Left leg rises. Bend that knee, stack those hips. Flipping that dog on over, letting that left arm shine open if you took it on the opposite side. Bring that left hand back down. We're back into our three-legged dog. Breathe. Nice big inhales and exhales. Let's step that foot in between those hands with that next breath. Feeling this low runner's lunge just for a second. Left hand coming in front of that left foot. Shift that weight forward, open on up into your half moon. Allowing that heart to shine open. That spine to be long. Flex that right foot. Right hand is coming on down. Shifting those hips so that right hip is pushing on down. Those right toes are still flexed. Left hand is coming back, reaching for those right toes. Bend that right knee for me. Find that bind. You can stay here or you can engage that left leg. I know it's tired, but we're gonna lift on up. And then maybe you kick into that foot. Find that dancer. Once you've danced enough for tonight, we're gonna bring that right knee back close and towards that left leg. Right hand is coming on down. We're all releasing that right foot. Left hand is coming on down. Open up into that half moon just for a sec. Reach long. Bend that left knee, right foot coming on down. Rise on up, warrior two. Let's inhale those arms up overhead. Angling in the left toes, right toes are facing back towards the front. Bend that right knee, open up, warrior two. Allowing the arms to open in a goddess-like pose. So the arms are bent in goalpost. As you exhale, go ahead and close them in towards center. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. With each inhale that you open, see if you can really let that heart shine open. And as you close, maybe you even round that back. So a little cat-cow action happening here as we're standing. Finding that expression on the top part of the spine. Feeling that strength in the arms. Feeling that strength and that lightness throughout that entire body. The next time you're open, you're gonna stay open. Extend those arms out nice and long. Flip that right palm up towards the sky, exalt it. Reach along with those right fingers. Find that expansion on that right side body. Next breath, right arm coming down onto that right leg. Left arm reaching up and over. Nice and long from those left toes to the left fingers. Let's let that right hand come down towards the mat. Find the best adjustments for that top arm. Breathe. Nice big inhales and exhales. Let's let that left hand come down inside of that right foot. Revolve that back foot. And the slow dragon. Breathe. So you have those same options before we lower on down. Of being a little playful, letting that right arm come underneath that right leg, coming up onto those fingertips, the left hand coming on out, lifting and binding if you'd like. Remembering you can always change your mind at any point in time. If you were playing, go ahead and unwind. Left knee is coming on down, untuck those toes. We're rolling that right foot out just like a book. Left hand is coming down, right hand is coming inside of that right leg. Breathe. Feeling that stretch on that right outer hip. Nice big inhales and exhales here. All right, let's come back to center. Right hand is coming on down. Tuck the back toes under, lift that back leg. So that left hand is staying grounded. We're being nice and light with that right foot, letting it come to the side, facing the long side of the mat. Letting that left foot roll on over towards the left side. Reach that right arm forward. Let's open those curtains, left hip pushing on down. All right, close that curtain. One last time, let's open. And close. Nice and strong with that left arm. Right foot nice and light, step it back, find that side plank. Right arm reaching up high. Exhaling that right hand on down, finding that high plank. We're gonna bend those knees. So it's almost like we're in a floating tabletop, or a floating child's pose, excuse me. Those hips are pushing back, those knees are floating, feeling the toes become nice and light. And with that next breath, we're taking a step or hop forward. Find that yogi squat just for a breath, top of the mat. Allow the hips to sink down, that spine is nice and long. Breathe. If you're still feeling fiery and want to find crow, feel free. Be here just for 2 more breaths. All right, coming down onto the bum. Let's extend those legs nice and long, wiggle them out. Spine is nice and long. Reach those arms forward. Tuck that chin in just a hair, settle in. Start making your way down onto your back, nice and gently. Reaching those arms up overhead once the shoulders touch down. And then with that next breath, letting the knees come into the chest, nice big hug. So back with that figure 4, right ankle crossing above that left knee. And we're gonna let that right foot come down on over towards the left side. That right knee is facing up towards the sky. Left hand might come onto the inner part of that right leg. Right arm might reach to the side. Just kind of be relaxed. We'll be here just for 3 breaths. After that 3rd breath, you're lifting those legs back up so that left foot is settled on down, uncrossing that right leg. Right foot is planted, left leg lifts, cross that ankle above that right knee. Feeling as the hips open out, and then letting that left foot fall on over towards that right side. Left knee reaching up towards the sky, left hand might come, or excuse me, right hand might come on the inner part of that thigh. Just to keep it guided up towards the sky, left arm just hanging out. Feeling the softening of the muscles, breathing into the outer part of the hips. 3 breaths here. After that 3rd breath, letting that right foot come back down, bring the legs up, undo the legs, allow the knees to come to the chest, give yourself one last big hug. Finding any final movements the body's needing in order to feel or find the practice complete, whether that's a bridge or another twist, a happy baby, just allowing yourself to be playful with the motions that come. Not holding any expectations as to what it should look like, what it needs to be. Just allowing that body, that breath to guide you. Kind of tuning into that intuition, to that 3rd eye, crown chakra energy. Knowing that your body is going to guide you in whatever you need. And when ready, not a moment sooner, settling into your final resting pose, into your Shavasana. And again, taking your time to get there, no rush. When you're ready to find that final resting pose, that Shavasana, allowing the body to lengthen or to find that comfortable resting position that works best for you. Allowing the shoulders to become heavy. Releasing any extra tension you might still be holding on to. Feeling as the muscles of the body soften. And as you settle in, be here just for a minute or two more. Playing allows us a chance to practice what we are learning. softly and gently, beginning to bring awareness back into the body, back into the breath. Welcoming in those gentle movements in the fingers and the toes. Allowing bigger movements to enter the body with each breath. Maybe you even welcome in some of your favorite movements before letting the knees come into the chest. Giving yourself one last big hug. And then allowing yourself to fall on over either to the right or the left side, softly and gently. Taking a few moments here to come back to that intention that you said in the beginning of class. Or maybe remembering that same quote that was mentioned just a few minutes ago. How play gives you a chance to practice what you're learning. So being hands-on, allowing yourself that time of fun, that time of play, and seeing what happens. Making your way up to a comfortable seated position, keeping the eyes closed or soft. And then letting the hands come to heart center as we bow our head in gratitude. Grateful for this day, for this breath, for this beautiful life that we're given. Thank you to each of you for sharing your practice with me. The light, the love, and the spirit in me humbly bows to the light, the love, and spirit in each of you. Namaste.